Well, I am very excited to be here with Malik and Manuel, the organizers of today's SLO record swap. Thanks so much, guys, for being with us. And Malik, tell us a little bit about how this came to be. What inspired you guys to get involved and make this happen?
I think the initial inspiration was probably Manuel's. Like, we're both big record nerds, and we collect records on our own, and we know of big record swap that happens up in the Bay Area and down south. So he just had the idea, and I was like, yeah, thumbs up. And he pushed pretty much he was the first initial push to get everything off the ground. So and then I jumped in when I could.
Well, you jumped in like the first day. I mean, it was pretty much a no-brainer. Malik and I have bantered and scuffled and tussled over bins at the Goodwill, trying to find that one special dollar record, and getting to know each other through Boo Boo Records as co-workers and friends. We've been friends ever since, partners in almost everything we do, concert promotion from way back when, and it just seemed like a no-brainer. So we love the same things, and we love our community, and I think really when I woke up one morning, it was like a Sunday morning 6 weeks ago, it just seemed appropriate to do something of a farmer's market, but for vinyl records. And I called Malik within the hour, and he was like, I'm on board, and everything just fell into place. The outpouring of community support has been overwhelming, as you can see inside.
I wanted to ask you guys, because SLO, in my opinion, is really ripe for something like this. I really appreciate you guys spearheading this, and hopefully it becomes a regular thing. Word on the street is you're hoping for every 3 months, every quarter or so to do this, keep it going. And what do you think it is about San Luis that just makes it very ripe for something like this to come to fruition?
I think it's just been time. Like, vinyl's picked up in sales consistently. We're right into in between the two big cities, so people come into town and they already have collections. Whether they're coming from LA or San Francisco, they're coming here and they go home and they have their collection. And so I think it was just kind of due, and we didn't really have to do much. It was just like he thought about it, and I was like, yeah, let's do it. It was a great idea.
Wow. Well, so Manuel, kind of an organic thing that just kind of came to be.
Yeah, there was certainly an organicity to it. I mean, there is a tremendous, let's not downplay it, there's a tremendous amount of work that went into what you're seeing here. The work was worth it. Some of it was late night after our own jobs, trying to figure out how to create a web page. That was new for us. And, the social media campaign, it was very much a grassroots effort.
Malik, I know you're a DJ, and you've been involved in KCPR and Boo Boos for a long time. Do you think it's important to teach the youngsters out there about kind of the history of the format, the vinyl format? I think
there's a certain amount of people who will just attach themselves to it just naturally. You can't teach people like, hey, this is what vinyl is. You can show it to them, and some people will be really engaged with it because they want something that's tactile, and there's some people who just want a digital file that's really easy, and that's okay too. But I think for people who are really just into music, you want those liner notes, you want like the artwork that goes with it, you want the history, and
digital music, even CDs, created such a disconnect for the tangible aspect of owning a record, owning an album. And so even when we had CDs and we flipped the case, there was still this tangible aspect to it. It was tactile, but we lost the feel, like you said, the organicity of what vinyl is all about. That cardboard sleeve, the dust on it. And records are more than just the music that's contained within the groove. There's family history, personal history. I have records of deceased relatives in my collection. I think Malik has the same. So, when we look at them, I look at them as equally important as some of our most valued history books.
It's really important, right? I mean, the five senses, when you're opening and looking at vinyl, even the smell of vinyl, you don't get that from CDs, whether it's dust or the plastic or the acetate.
Records are the one thing in life where you can dust them and there's still dust on them. So it's like the only thing I can think of where you can actually dust it off and you're like, there's still dust on this.
Even with the vacuum cleaners and all those $10,000 cleaners, you're still going to have a couple grains on there, right on. Well, guys, one last question. What are kind of some of the reactions from some of the participants?
I haven't had a chance to talk to a lot of our guests that have traveled from here. I'm guessing everybody's local, but we have a vendor from San Francisco, one from Bakersfield, one from Visalia, one from Exeter, which is further than Visalia, one from Santa Cruz, and then everybody else is local, as far as I know. I think we have AG, San Luis, Santa Maria, and we have a total of 15 vendors. So. And of course, our sponsor, Boo Boo Records, we could not do what we do without their support as well.
Well, Malik, just general response, reaction from people. Are you seeing a lot of people light up when they're crate digging, getting some good finds today, excited?
Yeah, I think everyone's been really supportive and super happy. And for us, it's like exciting because we would love to have a second one. And so to see this turn out really well, and to be almost in our second hour now and to still see the room somewhat packed full of people.
It's definitely a packed parking lot here today. Well, guys, in the hopes that we'll make this a regular thing here in SLO, looking at the camera, what would you tell folks out there that might be seeing this and thinking about coming for the next event, maybe in 30 seconds or less? Why is it important for folks to come check out this event?
You know, if you're a music fan, you know, and if you like vinyl, you come and just meet your fellow citizens and your brothers and people who have the same interest. And I think that's the best part, just meeting other people that have that same similar interest in a big open forum.
All right, very cool. And Manuel, same question, man. Looking at the camera, why should folks come out here and support this?
Well, I don't know that you should necessarily support just this. Just support the culture of music. Music is what brings us together. We have great venues. We have a lot of local promoters trying to do great things. And, you know, Malik and I are trying to make a really small contribution to a very big theme, to a very big goal, which I think is a common goal for a lot of people. So support good music, support records, support local business. That's a big one. And support each other. Let's come together and, you know, unlike Malik and I, which get competitive at the Goodwill for that dollar record, let's come here and swap numbers and talk and share and meet people and make friends. And let's start audiophile clubs and just listen to records and listen to good music.
Well, thanks for your time, and thanks again, and hope to see this become a regular staple here in SLO Town.